Curiosity peaks as the Dragon Ball universe embarks on a novel journey with Dragon Ball Daima, stirring conversations and theories amongst fans. What secrets does this new saga hold? Let's find out. At New York Comic Con 2023, the unveiling of Dragon Ball Daima marked a new era separate from the Dragon Ball Super series that ended in 2018. Toei Animation sparked excitement among fans with this announcement, featuring Akio Iyoku and voice actors Monica Real and Ian Sinclair, who introduced a teaser of the new story, generating widespread interest and discussions in the Dragon Ball community. Now, everyone's been buzzing about the continuation of Dragon Ball Super, especially since its manga dished out 2 juicy story arcs following the epic Tournament of Power. But hold on, because Dragon Ball Daima isn't just picking up where things left off. This is Akira Toriyama's brainchild, taking us back to the roots, stirring up the nostalgia pot with a style that harks back to the original Dragon Ball series. Remember when Dragon Ball first came onto the scene in 1984? That manga turned anime in 1986 was a lighter, more humorous affair with characters that felt a bit more, well, rounded. Fast forward and we hit the Dragon Ball Z era where things got heavier, the battles more intense, and the whole vibe shifted to something darker and more sci-fi. But here's the kicker. Dragon Ball Daima looks to bridge that gap, offering a nod to the past while steering us into uncharted territory. Now, let's get into the juicy bits. Akira Toriyama is not just overseeing, he's diving deep into Dragon Ball Daima more than he ever did with Dragon Ball Super. We're talking original work, story, character design, the full deck. That's something special, isn't it? It means we're in for something special, something with that authentic Toriyama touch. But wait, there's more. The team behind Dragon Ball Daima is like the Avengers of anime. Heard of Yoshitaka Yoshima and Aya Komaki? They've directed some of the most epic episodes of Dragon Ball Super and One Piece, and they're not alone. Katsuyoshi Nakatsuro is on character design, and Yuko Kakihara is spinning the script. This crew spells out one thing: Dragon Ball Daima is going to be a visual feast. And for the cherry on top, the Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour 2024 gave us a glimpse of what's cooking. Goku, like his younger self, zipping around monstrous baddies all while trying to munch on a snack. Classic Goku, right? They even threw in snapshots of Fu, Mr. Satan, Chi-Chi, and Android 18 looking like they drank from the fountain of youth. Now, drum roll for the big question. When do we get to see it all unfold? Fall 2024. That's right, marking the 40th anniversary of the original manga. And while the official lips are sealed, Daniel Castaneda of Toei Animation Latin America might have let slip that we're looking at a 20-episode run starting in October 2024. Plus, they're planning to launch it worldwide, both subbed and dubbed. But since the source vanished into thin air, take it with a pinch of salt. But here's the thought to chew on. What if we don't have to wait ages for the dub this time? Remember the long haul for Dragon Ball Super's English dub? Let's hope they've got a simulcast in the works. So, what's the verdict? Thrilled? Skeptical? Either way, Dragon Ball Daima seems set to be a ride back to the roots with a fresh twist. After the intense battle against Babidi and Majin Buu, you'd think Goku and Vegeta could catch a break, right? Wrong. There's always something brewing in the Dragon Ball universe. This time, it's a mysterious new threat, and guess what? We don't know a thing about these new villains. But that's not all. Imagine the shock when Shenron is summoned and bam! Goku, Vegeta, Bulma, Master Roshi, Piccolo, and even the cosmic duo Supreme Kai Shin and Kibito are turned into kids. Yeah, you heard right. Tiny, chibi versions of our favorite fighters scurrying around. Reminds you a bit of Dragon Ball GT, doesn't it? But here's where it gets juicy. This isn't just a retread. They're calling it a story never before told in Dragon Ball. Now, let's chat about the finale of Dragon Ball Super. The stakes are astronomical as Jiren faces off against Frieza and Android 17. Jiren's throwing shade, saying they're wasting their time. But Frieza's not there for friendship, he's after those Super Dragon Balls. And then Frieza, he plays mind games with Jiren, telling him he's losing his mojo. That really gets under Jiren's skin, pushing him to lash out. But plot twist, Frieza and Android 17 hit back with a tag team move that has everyone, especially Team Universe 11, watching with their jaws on the floor. But here's the thing. Even though Android 17's move doesn't quite knock Jiren out, he's chill about it. Frieza, ever the charmer, throws out some sarcastic love, claiming he's flattered by the trust. And just when you think Jiren's down for the count, he's on his knees, pride shattered. That's when Toppo steps in, trying to pep talk Jiren back into the fight. But Jiren's in a dark place, saying he's friendless. That is until Toppo's words light a fire in him, sparking his comeback. But wait, there's more. Goku suddenly jumps back into the fray, teaming up with Frieza for a once-in-a-lifetime showdown against Jiren. They're pulling out all the stops, surprising even their Universe 7 pals. The teamwork is unlike anything we've ever seen before, blending power and strategy to keep Jiren on his toes. As the battle rages, Goku and Frieza give it everything, their combined might pushing Jiren to the brink. The Grand Priest then announces Universe 11's defeat, shifting the spotlight to the victors. Here's where the heartstrings get pulled. Android 17, standing triumphant, gets his wish from the Grand Priest. And what does he wish for? Not for himself, but for all the destroyed universes to be restored. As the universes are revived, there's a sense of peace and gratitude. Toppo and Jiren, back in their own universe, reflect on their experiences, with Jiren even cracking a smile, promising a future rematch with Goku. Back on Earth, things are lighter. Android 17 sets off on his dream cruise, while Frieza, back from the dead thanks to Whis and Beerus, vows to continue his evil ways. But Goku, unfazed, promises to handle him when the time comes. Then there's Vegeta and Goku, the eternal rivals, discussing the enigma of Ultra Instinct. Goku doesn't have all the answers, but he commits to growing stronger alongside Vegeta. The story leaves us on a hopeful note, the saga of rivalry and growth far from over. Now, tying it back to the enigmatic Dragon Ball Daima, it seems to slot in after Kid Buu's defeat but before the events of Dragon Ball Super. How can we tell? Look at the clothes, folks. Goku and Vegeta aren't in their Whis training gear, and the Supreme Kai Shin and Kibito, they're flying solo, not fused as Kibito Kai like in Super. But don't think this is going to upend the Dragon Ball Super story. Think of Dragon Ball Daima more like a side quest similar to Super Dragon Ball Heroes. It's a wild ride without disrupting the main storyline. The latest teaser trailer kicks off with a blast from the past, rolling through the years, showcasing the saga's biggest hits. We've got every pivotal series flashing before our eyes, ending with a bang on the Dragon Ball Super superhero film from 2022. But wait for it. Bam! 2024 bursts onto the screen, and just like that, we're thrown into the future of Dragon Ball. Now, two shadowy figures lurk in a fiery, otherworldly castle, eyes glued to floating screens showing Goku and Vegeta's heroic past. Suddenly, we're whisked away to a familiar scene. Shenron summoned, a wish made, but hold up, what's happening here? Goku, Vegeta, and the gang are shrinking. That's right, our heroes look like they've stepped right out of a time machine, turned into their younger, chibi selves, a nod to the original, more whimsical Dragon Ball days. The twist doesn't stop there. While our heroes are dealing with their pin-sized predicaments, we catch glimpses of unaffected characters lurking, raising all sorts of questions. Notably missing are Beerus, Whis, and those godly Super Saiyan transformations. Yet, the action hasn't shrunk one bit. We're treated to a spectacle as adult Goku and Vegeta duke it out in the sky, their power unfazed by the artistic throwback. Fast forward to Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour 2024. And what's this? Another trailer drops, zooming into alien landscapes and mysterious spaceships. But the star of the show is none other than Goku, back with his iconic power pole, tangling with monstrous foes in a dance of dodge and attack. It's clear the animation team has pulled out all the stops, promising fluid, dynamic battles that harken back to Goku's roots, yet feel fresher than ever. So where can you catch this nostalgic yet new adventure? If the past is anything to go by, Toei Animation will likely have Dragon Ball Daima hitting the TV screens first, just like Dragon Ball Super, before rolling out on popular streaming platforms such as Crunchyroll, while we're hanging on for the specifics of the English release. As the anticipation for Dragon Ball Daima grows, we ponder the adventures and mysteries that await Goku and friends. What theories do you have about the new threats and adventures in this chapter? Engage in the comments below with your thoughts and predictions. And if you enjoyed this dive into Dragon Ball's latest saga, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates.